Surviving Sister Wives contains adult content that may not be suitable for Latter-day Saints or sinners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Sister Wives.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is Special Forces, Season 4, Episode 3, Warzone.
Warzone. I guess it is a war zone. It's like the cityscape, the urban zone that they've established here.
Simulated war zone.
Simulated war zone.
Because we are playing soldier, at least Kody is.
Well, and I would say Nick is too, because at a few points he was basically saying, man, I'm done. I don't want to play this no more.
I don't want to be here no more.
I don't want to be Army Man no more.
I've never felt more like this show was very relatable to me to this episode.
Yeah, I think people were kind of not sure what to think in the Discord watch party when we were chatting along, and Carly had to keep explaining, no, everything that Nick is doing, that is exactly what Carly would be experiencing too, if she were in this circumstance. Definitely.
Not at all exaggerated.
No.
Like, I would have done more. I think he did too little.
Yeah. But that's where we come in on this episode too. It's just him going, oh! So they must have had so much footage of Nick just freaking out on this ladder walk, because that's not even the first challenge. That's just how they get your attention. That's the attention grabber, is because that's way later, but we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, I guess the 72-hour mark must be a tough one, because we're only on day 3. I thought we were going to lose so many more people this episode than we did.
This felt like, I'm waiting for like the domino episode where it's just like bing, bang, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, we got to have one where we lose like 4 people in one go.
It seems like there has to be. And usually that happens earlier. So like people are kind of hanging in there pretty tough for this go around.
That better not be the episode where Kody leaves, though. I'll be disappointed if we watch people kind of go one by one, and then we have a whole group of them go at the same time, and it's him.
And he's piled in on that. Yeah, I don't know. People are starting to get convinced that Cody's making it all the way. He's going to go all the way to the finish here. But then also there's rumblings of you can get to the end, but also technically not finish too, I guess.
So do they do like the pass fail at the end like they're doing with all the challenges? Because I guess they can just fail you.
Is it like Frontier House? Where, you have to be assessed for how well you'll be able to survive the winter?
I was not going to compare it to that.
That's what came to mind.
I thought, is it like America's Next Top Model, where at the end they look at the culmination, the entirety of your performance?
Smize cream? Is that going to be hot ice cream? Is that going to be a part of it?
If you're on the Patreon, I need you to know that the live stream this month will include the introduction to Smize Dream Ice Cream by Tyra Banks.
Which is apparently something we've been getting hit with it all over our TikTok feeds. So we're going to talk about it. That's going to be the majority of the stream, I think.
I made the mistake of bookmarking one so that we could then use the video for the live stream. And now I'm just getting endless. I don't even know if they're ads. Some of them are ads.
Some of them are.
And then some of them are just coming up in my For You page.
Yeah.
So I regret engaging with it.
There might be a truck backing up outside. I don't know. If you hear beeping in the background, you can ignore it. Now, how did we kick off day 3? Day 3, everybody's waking up in the barracks.
Brianna Chickenfry.
Float
in the idea that if there's a lot of, did you say like uphill running? I'm sorry, uphill running.
Uphill for Kody, so that way he understands.
That, he doesn't have his translator here.
Yeah.
So it's been a little rough for him in some of the challenges. But she's thinking maybe she'll leave.
If it gets a little too tough. Well, she's also saying she doesn't want to leave, but she might physically be incapable of running up a hill. Running up that hill. Not going to happen today because it's just not physically possible for her. So that's the concern. We also have Jussie voicing his regrets of he should have left before they interrogated him because now he feels even more obligated to stay.
All right, so I think he regrets talking about the attack again.
I didn't pick up on that. Okay. That's not the vibe I got from him.
Maybe that was just I don't
know.
My hope was that he regretted having had that conversation because now he's got something to prove because he went in there and the DS are making him a focus of the show. And he's like, damn, that was my opportunity to leave, was before they called me in and I missed it.
Yeah, I think that was it. Like now he's frustrated because he feels more stuck than he did before because he felt like he had something to prove, even though he's saying that people in his life and his family before he came here were like, you don't have anything to, prove here by doing this. But he did kind of take it upon himself. And then now he's like, oh no, now people are going to expect me to actually perform well in these and stuff. They're talking to me.
How much of a desire did you have when you came onto the show to actually do what you said you were there to do? If you're regretting having expressed that verbally and now you're going to be held accountable to it.
I think that's what it is. Jussie's afraid of accountability, and like that seems to be the trend here. So that is what we're leaving in the barracks. We're not going to worry about that. We're not going to think about that now. We have to go to our first challenge of the day, which is a CASEVAC, simulated urban war zone casualty evacuation.
That was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words.
That was a lot. So the whole idea is that you have to find and retrieve 2 of your fallen comrades.
Well, so they only tell them about one.
Oh.
So they only told them.
That was a trick.
Well, it's not a trick. It's just there's a lot of things with special forces where you have to
You
adapt
never
on the
know
fly.
what you're going to come across.
You don't know what. Yeah, like there's a mission, and then there's a lot of other stuff that happens on the mission that you have to adjust to.
Okay, so then to clarify, they're told that they have to check anybody who is like possibly
Could
a
be.
fallen comrade.
Yes.
And that they're going to have a little American flag badge on them somewhere.
Yes.
And that's how they'll know that is someone that they need to evacuate from the site.
Correct. So they know about the stretcher person is what they're really like. That's the main mission focus. And then the other thing too is that as soon as they get there, they have to call radio comm to Foxy. And that's another important part of it too, which I don't know if everybody did that.
Okay, I missed that part because I saw Andrew East do it and I thought, man, he's taking this really seriously.
He was calling it in. That was part of the instructions. So
I told you know how bad I would be at this. I need you to write all of the directions down step by step.
On my hand. So then that way I can look at them. Yeah.
And I'm going to get such bad anxiety that I'm going to definitely miss 2 or 3 steps.
All of my notes are on my phone. So if you could just text it to me, that would really help.
And maybe like your Chipotle order.
And if you don't
swing by
include
and pick that up.
And if you don't include rice, I'm not ordering it.
Oh, this happened to us and Corey is never going to live it down.
No.
Yeah.
No, because we had to establish.
I got a bowl. Do people order bowls without any rice? I guess you could.
I worked at Chipotle and it has happened. Yes.
Okay,
I worked at Chipotle.
Do I have a history of ordering a bowl with no rice?
No, but you have a history through you were eating paleo, you were doing your macros, you were doing all sorts of things where I didn't know, do you not have enough points for your rice today? I guess that must be the case. So I took your order literally verbatim of what you sent me. And then you were like, what is this? And I was, I don't know. That's your order. Let's read it back.
Day. These are my problems. Do you see why I don't belong on this show?
This was not part of the challenge. Making sure that white rice made it into the bowl is not part of this challenge. Okay. Yes. So you have to call this in. You're going to have to check for people. Get everybody out. That's the whole thing. Save lives. That's the mission.
I thought that the people that they were retrieving maybe were bags of rice because they were acting like they were so heavy. And then I was like, oh, they are real.
They're real people.
And that was terrible.
But they're dense. Yeah.
They're extras. They're not getting paid enough. I'm glad they had helmets on because they dropped them so much off the stretcher. They had to have physical injuries afterwards.
Some teams did more dropping than others, for sure. And there was significant amounts of drops that happened on some of the teams.
They didn't give them gloves, huh? They had gloves on in all the other challenges, but not this one.
No moving gloves.
Because Nick having a rough time carrying the stretcher.
Yeah, so they broke them into teams of 3. And so the first team up was Randall, Nick, and Jesse, not Jussie, Jesse, the singer.
I was confused about that.
We have to be
I was like,
very
how is there a team
here.
of 4? Jesse and Jussie?
No, this is different.
Jesse.
Jesse with an E.
Who they keep saying is an Italian singer?
Well, that's how Bracketology lists her. So I was like, She's a country music artist. So she was like a military kid.
She was born on an American military base in Italy, from what I was able to find on Wikipedia.
But she's not like an Italian opera singer or something. You know, like that was what it was making it sound like. I had her way lower on my list.
Why?
Because if it was an Italian singer lady, I was like, she has no business being here.
Okay. I thought maybe we hadn't seen a lot from her up until this episode.
We hadn't.
Because I was like, maybe she speaks Italian.
Right. Yeah. I was like, oh, is there like a language thing? Like, yeah, she's not getting as much screen time. No, we are way overthinking this. And they focused in too much, I think, in the bracketology description there. So, hey, who knows?
My hands. My hands hurt.
Nick's got soft hands.
Yeah.
NBA hands. A little bit.
You think they'd be a little calloused?
Dropping people.
Dribbling?
Well, he was like not worried about the physical fitness aspects of this. I would say that this is a very physically demanding challenge, and he did not excel at this at all. So how much lifting is he doing? Like, what's your grip strength?
Yeah, I'm saying there's some things they got to work on in the gym, you know?
Definitely.
Maybe all his muscles are in his legs and not so much in the upper body.
He's doing a lot of cardio, but like not as much weight training stuff. I don't know what he's doing.
Mean, don't get me wrong, this looks hard, but like he really was struggling. They're all tripping over rocks because there's just like boulders in the ground in random spots, and you can't see where you're going because the stretcher's in front of you.
Well, usually in most urban warfare, it's not clean paved roads.
Oh, I like a straight paved road.
Yeah, you're not going to end up with
incline, nothing like that.
I hate to break it to you, Carly. There's not a lot of that around here. There's going to be a lot of rubble, a lot of rocks, a lot of boulders.
Well, and then they keep simulating that there's like shots going off.
Explosions.
And that there's explosions and there's just dust and dirt and rock flying everywhere, scaring the shit out of them.
Okay, that I can all deal with because I'll just white noise, blank that out, and focus on stuff. Having Jussie repeatedly screaming at Nick when he knows his hands are not working the way that he wants them to. So he continues to drop this person. And then Jussie is screaming at him like, let's go. You got to pick him up. And it's like, okay, well, you're not carrying this guy.
She's helping somebody else. They did locate the second person.
Yes.
So they have one on a stretcher, and then the other one is able to somewhat walk, but she's helping him out.
Okay. So then let's switch. We'll take turns then.
Okay, maybe they should have switched.
That's what I would have suggested.
I can understand why she is confused that she has an ex-NFL player and an ex-NBA player carrying one person on a stretcher, and the two of them are acting like they just can't possibly take another step.
It's because neither of those guys play hockey. That's why. There's your problem right there. Okay? Just saying.
And there are no hockey players on the show.
No hockey players on the show.
Yeah.
Because they'll show everybody up. Yeah. They don't want people to realize how soft NFL and NBA players are.
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's what's happening.
I think that's what's happening. All right. So we got another team. Andrew, Sean, and Chanel. They're the ones who were tripping over the rocks. That was getting serious. They took off their Bergens, not their backpacks, because they have to use special words so that when you use the wrong word, they can yell at you. So they took off their Bergens. They left them there. And that's how they got out of there. And they were like, well, you left your gear behind, so you fail.
They should have just thrown them on the stretcher.
That's an idea. I mean, I guess that doesn't
on top of the casualty.
Yeah, here you go. Here, you hold on to this, okay?
I mean, it would be better if you could like just hold on to the strap and drag it. That way the weight's not on top of the stretcher.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you're putting the backpacks on the stretcher, you're still having all the weight that you have to lug. Then you're just making it heavier. So that's not really helping.
Look, they tried. They tried to be innovative.
They tried. Yeah, they tried. It didn't work. They tried to find the loophole in this challenge, and that didn't work.
Because they forget the second guy, right? Or maybe they got him. I don't know. They forget the bags.
They left the bags, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, the rest of it, you already failed. So then we have Gia, Johnny, and Mark.
They missed the second guy.
They completely missed the second guy. And they're even saying, hey, look around. Assess the situation. Check your surroundings. They're trying to give them hints and clues, but they're not checking. They're just focused on soul
tunnel vision.
Yeah, tunnel vision.
Like, get me out of here.
I'm halfway here. Like, I feel like I'm getting close. We've been carrying this person for quite some time. Let's get out of here. It's time to go. So yeah, nobody was checking. Nobody was assessing. They completely missed. Then we have Eric, Jussie, and Ravi. And Jussie keeps dropping the casualty. It's not going well.
Like a lot.
Like too much. There was a lot of that. They weren't getting very far. And then it's just constantly clunk, clunk, clunk. I think he was on the foot side instead of the head side, though.
Good, because a couple of the other teams, it was the head side.
I think it was the head side going first. He might have had the head side because at one point they said, oh, yep, now they got a concussion. There you go. Way to go. And so it was like maybe they switched him to the feet, and then he still wasn't doing very well at all.
I guess he's inhaling a lot of dust in this challenge because that comes into play after this.
That might be a strategy.
All right.
That might be a strategy.
Have a
theory. I have theories about that. I just liked that the assessment from the staff at the end was, you guys did so bad. You sucked. This was absolutely terrible. So like most people, they just say, you failed. You know, here's what you did. Here's what you forgot to do, or here's what you missed. But this was like, it was so bad that I wanted to fail you during the mission. But it was so bad. It was terrible.
So up until this point, we've had people who just struggled with holding the stretcher the entire time.
Yes.
And with locating the second person.
That seems to be the trend.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now it's Kody's team's turn.
Kody, and then, Brianna, not Brianna.
Yeah, we're learning that. We've got to fix that. Brianna Chickenfry.
Brianna Chickenfry, because Kody is trying to get it right too, because he's finding out that Chickenfry's name is Brianna, is what he's
What's
guessing.
Bree short for? He didn't know.
Bree? How do you spell it? That's my daughter's name.
B-R-E, like the cheese.
B-R-I.
B-R-I.
B-R-E-E would be the cheese. B-R-I is how she's.
No, I know how she spells it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What is he confused about?
I don't know what you were going for then with the cheese one. Was she the cheese? B-R?
I'm saying, why does he need clarification on the spelling of Bree?
I think he wanted to see if it was the same as his daughters.
Okay.
Robin's daughter, Brianna.
Are you still channeling Teresa Giudice, who left?
I guess so.
Her daughter.
That must be it.
Her daughter is still here.
Had to check on her daughter. Her daughter's still here. Yeah, that's true. And then the third person on Kody's team is Christy.
Whoa.
Oh, we're not skipping over.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. The third person, though, is Christy, the ex-soccer player.
I felt personally insulted by what Kody had to say to Brianna.
Okay, yeah, because Kody's still trying to get an assessment here of Brianna and what brings you on the show. What are your qualifications? And she says she's a podcaster, to which Kody responds, that's all? That's
all? You're a podcaster?
You do podcasts? That's all?
Sir, you're here because you're an ex-husband times 3?
3 times?
That's your only qualification.
You don't have any children who have served? That seems to be my biggest draw.
Why is he kind of turning into Jim Carrey?
He is Jim Carrey.
A little bit,
That is, because it's the character that Kody presents as. It's the same thing that Jim Carrey was doing. The exact same thing.
No, then they troll them because they show in their lower thirds who they are and why they're here. And so it says Kody, TV personality. Brianna Chickenfry, internet personality.
Same diff. Yeah, spot the difference on that, because what are your qualifications, sir? You have no reason to be here aside from you have a viewing audience. It's us.
I'm really hoping that part of that was that he's been impressed with her performance. And so he's surprised that she doesn't have like a sports background or, she's been in the military.
That would have been really nice to say that.
No, he actually giggled at the end of what he said too.
Yeah.
When he was like, oh, you're just a podcaster?
Yeah. He was going for something else. It was not meant to be complimentary. But they don't really do much better either. It ends up with Kody in the front. He's kind of dragging them along with the person on the stretcher.
Oh, this is just a reflection of what his life has been like up until now.
This is the flea high move. Just
dragging 2 women who unwillingly want to follow him.
This is the flea high move on full display. Like that. It is that. This is what it is like to be married to Kody. Is yes, you are just following blindly This man who will not listen to you is ignoring all of your concerns.
Yeah, who you know is not following directions and doing things correctly.
He's probably not doing it right. Yeah.
Because Brianna starts to yell at him, stop, there's someone else, we need to check him. And Kody just blows through there.
But Cody's assuming that they're saying, stop, we need to rest again, because that has been the concern. Well, because
he doesn't listen to anyone.
He wasn't listening.
Especially he's not going to listen to any women that he's teamed up with.
And he's saying that this is what we need to do. We need to pick this person up and get them out of here now. So he's full steam ahead. He is nose to the grindstone. He's ignoring everything else. And now he's pulling and they can't keep up either. And they're trying to say, hey, there's somebody else. Never mind, whatever. So they get to the end. You failed. Of course. You missed this other person. I don't know why they ripped into Brianna, though. Yeah. Brianna?
Why did staff started
Chickenfry
yelling in her face about how they missed the second person? She was the only one who spoke up and said we should stop. It was Kody who did not listen.
Yeah. He was bulldozing.
I guess she could have dropped the stretcher and just gone herself.
But I mean, what would that do? Yeah, the
you're
communication.
Working in a team.
You're trying to.
We all know that the communication aspect of this show is going to ultimately have to be part of Kody's downfall.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd say that's a huge, huge factor. That's what's going on. Kody's assessment was, it went to shit. That was it.
Because of you.
Why? Yeah, but can we assess?
You wouldn't listen.
You didn't listen. You ignored everything else that was going around. And then it was just, you got hyper-focused on your task.
We've seen it once. We've seen it before too many times. It's just history repeating itself.
So it's not too big of a downfall here because every single team failed. So it's not like it was a standout failure that happened here because of Kody or anything like that, but everybody failed. And then on the car ride back,
I love the car rides. I want more of this.
It's like Traitors.
Yes.
Yeah, the car rides are where the real story comes out.
Yeah, because I want to see more of them interacting with each other.
Yeah.
I understand the challenge and stuff. That's what the real audience of this show is here for. That's not why I'm here.
No, we need the drama. And Kody needs the drama too. He's a messy bitch. So yeah, he's finding out
how quickly he jumped on the rumor mill.
That's how he operates.
The one that he has a lot to say about, because they're in the car and Brianna's talking about how this was hard, but the last 2 years of her life or something have been really, really difficult because she was in a relationship with someone famous that went really bad.
Her super famous musician ex. And Cody's like, tell us who it was. Who was the famous person?
He's so into it. He's intrigued.
Who was it?
Spill the tea, girl.
He needs to know right now. It was Zach Bryan.
Okay, we don't really know anything about Brianna Chickenfry. So we're learning all of this in real time. What a bad week for Zach Bryan. If y'all know the song that he dropped and a lot of his own fans were not happy with it. And now this is being brought up and talking about his relationship with Brianna. And she talked about how much money he offered her to not speak about their relationship.
Because this is a man with multiple exes who have all signed NDAs.
Yeah,
and then
did not
she
know
said
the
no.
lore.
So it was like, what? Yeah, this is kind of crazy. And also, it was really messed up because I was like, Zach Brown? And then you had to be like, no.
You can't be confusing
Don't
names
mix
this
them up
time.
because this is big. This is a big deal. So it's not that guy. It was Zach Bryan.
I do think Kody recognized him.
I think Kody did too because it was oh, wow sort of reaction too, where it was
a lot of their kids listen to country music.
Yeah, I think that would be top of Maddie's list.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to go to that country festival that happened in Vegas.
Yeah, up until this week. Maddie was a fan. Then things changed.
Okay, that's all we'll say about that.
Yeah.
Where are we?
So we go back to the barracks. Jussie keeps coughing, which test this man for COVID. This is sounding like illness.
It sounds like a pneumonia kind of cough.
Well, at first we were like, is it cardio cough? When he finished because it's like, I've had a few workouts after where it was like, I cannot stop coughing.
I had a hard time keeping up and now.
It was struggle. Yeah, you kept dropping this person repeatedly and then you have to lift them up.
Yeah, I would be worried that it was something communicable. that's just going to
That
run
would
through the
be,
barracks.
I don't want to ride in the car with him. And then it's just like, yeah, please don't be coughing on me. I mean, I get it. Everybody's coughing. It's just like, no. So he's going to go stop by the medic. They're checking him out. His chest, there's some inflammation. It seems like he's maybe allergic to something in the dust. So the doctor brings in the staff and he's like, yeah, he can't continue. So we're going to have to medically tap him out. His chest sounds really, really bad. His lungs, there's all sorts of inflammation and problems here. We can't continue on with the physicality that's required.
All right. Well, I thought Jussie was going to voluntarily drop out this week.
Yes.
So I was surprised that he had a legitimate medical reason that caused him to go home.
Yeah. I mean, and he's trying to see, like, it seems like he's upset because he was like, oh, I was really set on staying and like proving myself now and like making sure that, you know, people view me differently and I didn't want to let the staff down and all this. But it was just like,
I do think he was excited.
I think it was a sigh of relief. I think he was
kind of nervous because it's like, well, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know, what have I got myself into? I've been here for 3 days and now I'm having to leave because I can't stop coughing. But also, damn, I really wish I had left yesterday then.
That was it too.
Before the cough developed.
Yeah. Like it was, part of that is that still the regret that he wishes he left yesterday too. Like, is that another dimension of this or something? I thought it was weird that he went and like kind of cried in the corner by the door.
He just wants to make sure that when they open it, he's getting out of there.
I guess. Yeah. He just wanted to be as close to the door as possible. He's ready to go. But then they call in Chickenfry because of her attitude at the first mission.
Okay. I have not picked up an attitude from her.
No. I think they were saying like she talks back. So like,
I heard her say one response.
It didn't sound like she was being, like overly vocal about things or against things. It sounded like she was answering questions and then they're like mocking her for having an answer for everything. Well, stop asking me stuff.
Otherwise, just tell me if you just don't want me to answer. If, you know.
Do you want me to not know? Yeah, like if you're going to ask me. If
it's rhetorical, I won't answer.
Yeah, like I need to know that though. Is that what we're going for here? See, these are the types of things, because it's the same thing as if this was a casualty evacuation. My question would have been, if they're dead already, can I just come back later when everybody's gone and then pick them up? Like that seems like it would be a lot easier.
I think that this is kind of where the production element of the show comes in, though. She said earlier in the day that she thought she wouldn't make it through the challenges if they had to run uphill. They know she's got a story to tell, so they saw an opportunity to pull her in.
This was like worse than running uphill, right? Of lugging somebody around through uneven terrain and like you're trudging through a downtown urban area that's destroyed. It's just like, that seems harder than that. So like the fact that she stuck around is impressive enough too at this point.
No, she psyched herself out a little in the morning and then she was able to keep up with it.
A little bit, yeah. She was able to dial it in here because Kody was on her team. I think
that must be what it is. He just gave her the encouragement.
Fueled by rage.
That comment of, oh, you're just a podcaster.
Just a podcaster. And she was like, seeing red after that. Yeah.
Well, he's going to ask her for some tickets to see a Zach Bryan show. I don't think she has them.
No, not anymore.
All right. So she gets pulled in by the DS and she tells this story of the fact that she was in this horrific relationship with Zach Bryan. She doesn't really say exactly what happened, but it sounds like he was very abusive towards her. That she didn't really understand how this even happened to her because she thought that she would never end up in that situation. And in the end, he tried to pay her almost $13 million to never speak about it or him again.
Well, and she was like kind of down on herself in a lot of ways too, because she made her kind of internet personality that like sprung her to her levels of success and stuff was about like avoiding men. It was kind of like relationship advice and like avoiding men who would do these things to you. And like, that's what she ended up with. And so it was kind of like she was down on herself then as well. In that sounded like there was some, like suicidal depression type stuff that she was going through as well, because she was in a really dark place. She had to dig her way out of that. And it was like really, really difficult.
Yeah, it sounds like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, just the past couple of years.
And she turned down the money.
Yes.
Which is why she's here talking about it now.
Which is where it's like, it is a way to kind of, you've been controlled for 2 years in this relationship where you can't be who you are, you can't say things, and then now that's like an extension of that control, even though this person's out of your life. So to take that money at what cost, is kind of the assessment here.
I think she has one of the more, I don't want to say interesting because it's horrible what happened to her and how she got here. But I think that maybe if she ends up on another show where she can talk more about this and maybe it's more of like the right environment, that, I would be interested in hearing more about what happened.
Yeah, this sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
To say the least.
It didn't really give her a lot of time, I feel like, to communicate really a full message.
Yeah, so for Kody's idea of coming on this show for the therapy aspects, it doesn't really seem like we're getting too in depth on people's circumstances that they find themselves in and like actually working through a lot of those emotions. It's just kind of like getting to that layer of where you are feeling a lot of the emotions that are attached to that. But I don't know if we're actually like processing through it though.
Well, I'm just wondering what he's going to go in there and talk about.
Oh, yeah. It's only a matter of time before they bring Kody in when he has one bad challenge.
Because they've focused a lot on making comments about him having multiple wives.
He doesn't anymore. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting for them to learn that, he does not have multiple wives anymore. He's a monogamous man.
All right, the ladder challenge.
Well,
that we saw many previews of.
The next challenge, because it's not presented as a ladder challenge.
No, it's a stealth challenge.
I like this. See, I like that they don't tell you what you're actually getting into.
Okay.
You cannot mentally prepare for it. You can't freak yourself out either a little bit. So this is brought to them and presented as we have to sneak our way into this building and then something might happen. Plans might change. Stay tuned for further instructions. And that's what happens, is that they get compromised as part of this. I just loved all the stealthy bits, though, because Kody is the opposite of stealthy. He is not that. So when he's following around, who was it? It was Foxy. Foxy was with them. And Foxy's telling them to, like, yeah, we have to, get to this other building, but we have to keep quiet.
Stay low, be quiet.
Don't clunk stuff around, don't make a bunch of noise. And then before they go, Cody's like, all right, everybody, stay low. And Foxy's like, shut up. Shut up.
Okay, that would be, like, that's reality.
Because
this is
why
what
are
this
you
man
saying
would
this?
do in a real situation.
And they're going to hear you because you're, like, leaving your position where you just received your instructions and you're continuing to talk. Shut up. We just said be stealthy. Don't make noise.
He really, like, cannot keep himself from feeling like he's in charge of the other people in the group.
Well, especially when it's two women.
Yeah.
So that's like, not helping.
I don't need you to reiterate the instructions that Foxy just told me.
I'm listening to Foxy. I'm not listening to you.
Yeah, like, for real.
This guy knows what he's saying, and I'm going to listen to his instructions. I'm not listening to you. Even if you're just
caused us
repeating.
to fail the last challenge, if you don't remember.
Let's recall and make sure
quieter.
We're all on the same page and just button it up for a little bit here. Because then they get to the top of the roof, the building here, where now they have to cross a ladder that's spanning these two buildings. It's like a 40-foot drop in between them. No big deal. You should be able to walk right across.
Like two extension ladders that have just been tied together in the middle.
They really bow when you get to the middle.
It's droopy in the middle. Just before anybody even stands on it, you can tell that it doesn't look real solid.
Carly's into it. Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to jump up there, first and foremost.
Right.
No, you're going to have to get in front of Kody because Cody's first in line.
Oh, I think that this is a smart thing to do, though.
To go first?
Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
When you get too in your head when you see other people do it.
That's true.
You go and just go and do it.
Just do it.
Because I'm the Nick where I would wait to be the last person.
Oh, no.
Because my anxiety would say, just wait. Because I don't want to go up and have it be my turn. And then it's disastrous.
No.
So you just got to get out there, be the first one to get it done.
Get it over with. Yeah. So Kody goes first. Halfway across, he's taken pretty decent steps. He seems pretty focused. He's
walking on the outside of the ladder.
Which is smart. That's better than going on the rungs, because to do the rungs, you have to look down, and that's probably not good. So if you just set your feet up and then you just kind of go at that pace.
You can kind of use your peripheral vision to make sure that you're going to, like,
Yeah,
step
or like
ahead.
feel where your 1 foot, keep your weight on your 1 foot, feel ahead, then shift your weight.
Yeah.
So like don't just walk, but you can kind of maneuver
I
your
mean,
way
I still
across.
hate it, but I think
Not
his
great.
approach was better than some of the others.
I can come up with a strategy. Can I actually do what the strategy is implemented? Probably not. Not in the moment.
He looks really worried about halfway through.
He's getting across, like he's kind of getting to that spot because like the wind is picking up here and there every once in a while. So it like kind of wobbles the ladder a little bit. It's shifting their weight around when they're getting across. This is like multiple people who experience that. But then also the staff is on the other roof and they're like, yeah, why don't you just run over here like one of your wives is over here? And Kody has to.
He did look like.
He did the Office Space.
It was a little bit
grimace.
of a smirk. You could tell it must have taken everything inside of him to not say anything back.
I'm sure he did say stuff back after he got to the other side and then they just cut it out. They didn't include it.
Why?
Yeah, I know they don't want to have his rebuttals. Well, especially if he said something like that was a good clap back thing. They're not going to include that because it makes the staff look bad.
He's not good at that.
I don't think he had a good.
But they
one.
have no idea that he has lost 3 of his 4 wives because they all hate him.
Yeah, I mean that's just it's down to the facts of it. That's
so who was he running to?
It's Robin. It's always Robin, and that's why he's here. He's here to show Robin all of these amazing feats of strength that he can do.
Did make sure feats of strength.
That's what he's doing.
He did make sure to clarify that when he got his confessional to comment on the scene.
He was like, I had 4 wives for a long time. A long time? You had 3 wives for a long time.
But that was the problem.
Then the 4th wife was the problem.
Yeah.
Now you have 1 wife. Yes.
I think maybe there's a chance that Saul, I combined Saul and Ariella.
Saul.
Salmonella. I'm sorry. Saul, Ari, and baby Annabelle are watching this all together. I think maybe this episode, maybe Robin let it fly,
This one wasn't
the last
as scary.
one was a little scarier.
Next episode, not allowed.
No.
Nightmares, terrors. That's going to be... Baby Annabelle can watch it, but like nobody else. Nobody else is allowed to.
Yeah. Well, she's got to leave something playing for baby Annabelle when she leaves the house.
Yeah, something calming of everyone screaming in fear.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I really want to watch Janelle watch this show.
That would be good. I know that Gabe was talking about, I haven't seen any watch along things from him though.
Peyton will not get off of TikTok live, guys. Like he's making money off of doing lives now.
Is he talking about the show?
Has
he watched? Oh no, he's refusing to watch.
He said he will not watch this show.
On principle.
It's like not his thing and he's not going to watch it.
Stolen valor.
Just because Kody's on it.
Well, and that too. He's just listening to the recaps.
So really, I don't know who is watching it. But in my wildest dreams, Janelle is sitting on her couch cackling every week.
Yeah, Janelle would get a kick out of this. She would watch it with Gabe. Yeah. I think that would be fun.
She's just been having so many good belly laughs on the show lately.
She's been cracking herself up.
Yeah, I think she would have great commentary.
That's where the joy is. Yeah, definitely. So, okay, Kody makes it across. He's safe and sound on the other side. And then Chickenfry makes it across. And now it's Christy's turn. She goes way too fast. Way too fast. And then here's the caveat. If one of you fails, the whole team fails. So Christy fell, and she didn't just like slip and hit the ladder. She kind of like bashed her shin into it, clunked her chin on a part of it, and then went over the side. So it was like not only
her whole leg fell through between the rungs.
Through the rungs because she was going too fast and she was walking on the rungs. So all it takes is you miss one rung and then you're through the ladder and now you're falling on it. And if your hands even touch it, because they want you to walk across. This is a ladder walk, not a ladder crawl.
Yeah, you can't get on all fours.
No. And I mean, that's Cody's move, usually. But
I would not have trusted walking on the rungs because I would have thought Rudy definitely like took a chainsaw to one of them.
A chainsaw would be overkill.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
A little saw.
Plus Kody
little saw.
Cody would take the chainsaw to it.
That's true. That's why that's top of mind.
It's different.
Rudy had that big orange helmet on and he was just sawing the rungs off.
In the Moroccan desert. Yes. Ringing up that chainsaw.
Yeah, Cody's just waiting for the challenge where he gets to take a tree down.
I've been training for this my entire life.
It's so annoying that he's kind of good at the athletic stuff.
The chainsaw stuff? I want him to juggle chainsaws. Can that be a hobby that Kody could get into? Just because there is a significant risk of injury, so I would like to see him try.
So they fail.
They failed, yeah.
I don't really care to talk about anybody else, do you, until we get to Nick?
Okay, there was one other good highlight spot for me was when Ravi was getting his instructions from Foxy, and Foxy said, you're going to go ahead and get you down onto the ladder, stabilize yourself up against the wall. And then Ravi goes, and I'll be looking that way. And Foxy stops and he goes, you going to fucking moonwalk across it? So,
okay,
that was good.
I would struggle with, you can't say something funny to me before it's my turn to go, because I'm going to need a few minutes to calm down. And then I know I'm going to get to the middle of the ladder and I'm going to think about what you said and I'm going to start laughing again.
Yep, that's exactly
I'm going to fall right off.
It'll be the second wave of thinking about it that while you're doing it, because you're not focused anymore, and then you're going to lose it.
Yeah. I mean, I can shut my brain off to a certain extent, but not when the jokes are being cracked.
Yeah, not for some of that stuff. So that was a really good one. There's a lot of like toddler walking.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the arms out and the little baby steps. Steps that are happening here. So let's get to the good one, because Nick is doing a lot of the baby steps too. It's a very toddler-esque walk.
He hates heights.
Like, he hates heights, and then he's very tall too. So like, I get it.
He's really far up there.
To be that tall on the ladder when you're 40 feet up, it feels even higher, I guess. People were trying to say like he should be used to those altitudes because he's a very tall guy, right? Like that's how the world looks to him.
I don't know. He's up there with the planes and shit now.
He's up there. Not the planes. The top of a building. But yeah, so Nick is trying to go across. Nick's main reason to participate in Special Forces, he has kind of a Lisa Barlow sort of approach to this. He does big things.
I do big things.
Big things. That's what he's doing. That's what he's here for. And so he's got the jokes though too. Okay, so I mean the moonwalking across is one thing.
Okay, thank God for Nick. He brought humor to this episode, and this show is otherwise very humorless. It's not funny.
Very serious.
It's too serious for me.
Well, he's up there and he's like, I don't know if this thing can hold my weight. Like, I'm too tall. I'm too heavy. This thing, it's gonna break, you know. So he's concerned about the structural integrity of the ladder.
To be fair, 13 other people have gone before you.
Right. I think you're
and
okay.
made it to the other side without the ladder breaking.
Have they been as big and as tall as him, though? No.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I guess that's where it's, you know, he's getting kind of in his head about it, to say the least. But this is when he's basically reached his point of, I don't want to play Army Man no more. I'm all done. I don't want to play this game.
Get me off here.
I want to go home.
He's squatted down like he's trying to get on a toilet.
The wind's blowing. Yeah, he brought a squatty potty out halfway across. This is what gets me, is when he's halfway across. This is where he's having his meltdown.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, just go. Just keep going, because you're already, what are you going to do at this point?
No. You don't understand what it is to be afraid of heights. My legs literally go numb.
So like, you're going to turn around and then go back? You can't turn around and go back.
I am stuck now.
You have to go forward.
I'm telling you, I would have said, you need to send someone to come get me.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
I cannot move. I am frozen.
I'm making a
My
request.
legs are completely numb.
Special Forces request, search and rescue for me right now.
Yes. Send the helicopter.
No. The helicopter's more risky. It's going to blow you off of this thing.
Send someone up here on a ladder. Get another ladder to attach to this ladder.
No.
Put a trampoline down there and someone's got to push me off.
A trampoline?
I can't go. I can't go. I can't move forward. I can't move backwards. I can't sit. I can't do anything.
So he's resisting the urge right now to just lean over and put his hands on the ladder.
He really wants to kind of crawl his way across.
He wants to get lower to the ladder and then crawl across. Like, he made it halfway walking, though.
He needs more limbs attached to the ladder to feel safer.
Yeah, like he needs to secure himself to it. But that is a fail. Like, you're not allowed to use your hands. You have to walk across. That's the challenge. So they explain that to him after he fails, and they're yelling at him to get off their ladder. And, you know, you've made a fool of yourself here. You really let us all down.
You guys haven't seen nothing.
Oh, well.
If I was on this show, it would have been a lot worse. A lot worse.
So this is where he's kind of realizing the joking, as soon as he wasn't able to make jokes anymore, because they were kind of yelling at him about that too, that he was not able to distract himself anymore. And that's where he really locked up. But it sounds like, joking is his trauma response, and he just needs a podcast, is what it sounds like.
Just a podcast?
Just a podcast. That's it? That's all? That's it.
Look, he was funny.
It was entertaining.
It. At one point, he was like, "It's so scary, bro." I know, it looks scary. Thank God somebody said it.
Oh, the wind's blowing. Oh.
It was rough. He knew he was going to fail.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not say some stuff that's going to get you through it?
Well, and it's like, okay, in the moment, if it's working, keep doing it. Even though they told you to stop, I'd be like, Did
I make it to the other side?
I need it. Okay. Like, I have a process. Trust the process. Let me get through this, because I was not prepared to also reassess my coping mechanism while I was up there. So, like, let me use it for now. This is my crutch. I'm going to get through it. And then we can kind of sort of dismantle that later, at a later date.
So his team fails because of him.
He, got hands on the ladder, so he failed.
Yeah. Cody's team failed because of Christy.
Right.
And the other teams passed.
Everybody else made it. There was a couple who it was a little rocky.
A little dicey.
They kind of sprinted across, and somehow, by some miracle, they made it all the way.
What is with the Mark guy? I still don't know who he is. It just says he's on TikTok.
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm famous for posting thirst traps of myself.
Okay, Martha Stewart.
That's what I was doing. That's the only person I'm familiar with
who's the only thirst trap that I know.
That's my For You page, so I don't know who you are, Mark.
Yeah, Mark's not on my page.
I thought he wasn't doing well, and they told him that he had the best pass of everybody.
Out of everyone, his was the best.
So I don't know. I'm not cut out for this.
Okay, he's doing well, I guess. Yeah.
I can't even assess or judge how everybody's doing.
I don't know. Looked good to me. If you made it to the other side, that's good enough for me.
That means the DS gets to call a second person in, because it's the end of the episode. And so they're starting to question, like, maybe Nick's not really taking this seriously. It seems like he's not really into being here. He's not serious about the course. Let's talk to him. Plus,
their assessment of Nick's ladder walk was, quote, "It was horrible. The craziest thing I've ever seen." So if the staff is saying, that's the craziest thing that I've ever seen, that's saying something. Yeah. That's up there.
I don't know.
With some crazy shit.
Get me on season 5. You ain't seen nothing yet. I don't want to go on the show.
Stuff. No, thank you. But they're going to bring in Nick. They're going to interrogate him. The quick assessment here is that they can't get a gauge on him. They're like, I can't tell if you're being disrespectful or if you're being rude. Like, I can't get a read on you as far as like what is happening in this interaction right now.
He was scared.
I think he was scared.
I picked up on that.
Yeah, you think? His eyes were still adjusting from being in the bag. Like, they put the bag over the head. It was like he got flashbanged, because the lights are on in there, and he'd just been.
I think that they really try to mess up the women's hair too, because Brianna's hair looked all crazy when they pulled the bag off. They did it to Gia.
Oh, I can't wait for Cody's bag over the head hair reveal. That's going to be something special. We're building to a moment.
I feel like the inside of that bag is just lined with something very staticky.
Oh, yeah. They just,
it looks like burlap on the outside, but that's not what's on the inside.
They take a balloon and then they just like thread it in there a couple of times. And they're like, all right, it's ready.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's go.
It shocked me when I went to touch it.
It's done. Yeah. It's ready for a human head now. Perfect.
So he goes in and talks to them about why he's been acting this way. And really, it's a sad story about how his brother was murdered.
He was walking with his pregnant girlfriend at the time. Somebody shot him and he died.
And it sounds like Nick was younger.
Yes. Yeah. And
when
Nick
he was growing up.
Yeah. Nick was the baby of the family. And so then he kind of took on, that Ethan Plath clown role where it was like, I got to make mom and dad happy, keep everything light and funny, bring joy to the house. And that was where he started playing basketball. That made everybody really happy. So he just kind of stuck with that and ended up making it all the way to the NBA.
So that's kind of the origin story of why he defaults to acting that way and making jokes and laughing and making light of things.
He has like that grin too when things start getting serious and he's uncomfortable, so he'll put on a little smirk, which then it looks like you're not taking this seriously. So they're trying to assess like what's going on here, what's that about?
I feel like we're getting to the point where if somebody really didn't want to be here and they're not taking it seriously and they think that this is all a joke and they're here to like, I don't know, make the DS the butt of the joke, we're a little too far into the challenge by now.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a 24, 48 hour kind of person.
Yeah, would have left earlier.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. It's not fun anymore.
I just hope we get some more reasons to pull people in that aren't just like, you have an attitude.
I think that's most of their assessment.
Because that's the theme of the whole episode.
That's most of their assessment. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know what's going on with this person. We got to check in with them. But also, it's kind of like a wake-up call, too, because he hasn't passed anything yet, I think.
Oh.
Was the other point that they were making. And so they were like, hey, if you don't do better, we will send you home because you suck.
Okay, I'm afraid that's what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, especially like looking at next week's stuff. There's some serious heights involved in that first challenge.
Yeah, they have to like jump. It looks like they're...
It's like a rappelling thing again.
Down the side of what looked like a dam?
Like a dam or something. So it's like concrete stuff. And then you're dangling from a rope and speeding down to the bottom for stuff like that.
See, that would freak me out because it's like once you get down there, like you're not meant to be down there and there's no one else down there and it doesn't look like there's a way out. I mean, like, I know they have to have a way to get you out.
I think there's people.
But, like, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Okay. Well, that can make it more fun sometimes. But I think this was like a wake-up call thing for Nick specifically, where they were like, hey, you're sucking and you need to do better. Otherwise, we're just going to send you home because you're not taking it seriously. So I think that was why they were confused, too. Is he taking it seriously because he's failed every single thing?
I'm getting antsy for when they're going to call Kody in. But he's not really doing anything to get called in yet.
No, and like he is succeeding at some things, or like he's individually succeeding with things, but then his team will fail or something like that, you know? So it's like...
Well, because they didn't even pay attention to what happened in the first challenge this week, where that was an opportunity of like, why aren't you listening to the women on your team?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Of your team members.
That would have been big.
Yeah. See, that's where like when the people on the show, because... the DS are saying at least Foxy has said that he didn't know who Kody was, doesn't know who a lot of these people are. Then I don't feel like you're able to pick up on some of that behavior. And I know it's not entirely their call on who gets invited in to be talked to. It's like production as well.
Right. Yeah.
But I feel like that was a big missed opportunity to really talk about something that's a problem in Cody's life.
Communication issues, for sure. Definitely. So... they send Nick back to the barracks. It's the end of the day. He's headed back. He's kind of still crying, recovering from interrogation mode. And there's a couple of guys outside showering, Kody amongst them in his skivvies, of course.
Yeah, people were shocked by this. But, I mean, we've seen it in the Prairie Dog Plague Pond.
Guys, that was the first episode of season 14.
I don't think that this was really out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, like this is kind of what... he's here for.
He's very hairy.
Really? I didn't pick up on that.
No?
I'm significantly hairier than him. So anything by comparison is like, well, it's not that hairy, I guess.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, just throwing that out there.
TMI for everybody.
It's a Robin Williams situation going on over here.
All right. Well, the next time on, we already talked about the dam.
Yeah, the rappel. And then,
that looks like nothing compared to the second challenge.
Child's play. Especially, like, so the second part is, well, if you were afraid of heights, you get heights first, and then you get claustrophobia.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're going underground now.
Into the ground, into holes, underground, crawling across things, into pools of water, underground.
There was like a cage on top of this like pool of mud that they're going to have to swim through, but there's probably only like, I don't know, a couple inches between the surface of the water and then where this grate is.
And Cody's like, this is nothing compared to Acquire the Fire. I've done this several times now.
I thought you were going to talk about the pond, the muddy pond water.
No, remember the Acquire the Fire stuff? That documentary that we watched?
Weren't they like
the militant stuff?
Am I imagining them like running over hot coals at one point?
You're imagining that. Yeah.
Okay.
that had nothing to do with the show that we watched.
Well, I've already blocked out Acquire the Fire. Okay, I enjoyed this episode more than episode 2.
This was a good one.
Like, I'm going to need production to step it up a little bit more and give us more interaction with the cast, because I don't want to just have to rely on watching clips of like people who are on the show be on podcasts or talk about things on social media and stuff about how interacting with different people was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. And then I'm thinking from a gameplay standpoint from our Bracketology list. I'm keeping track of when these individual interview videos start showing up of like, is that the signal that they're leaving? But they started off with Kody right away in the first season or the first episode of the season. So like, I don't think that means that he's going. But like,
we had trying to hook us all.
Yeah, and get you upset to rage watch for watching this douchebag end up getting his comeuppance, which it's about time. So, but like, we had Jussie focus on the last episode. He left this episode. Then they introduced like Chickenfry's ISO interview stuff where we were getting more of her story directly from her. So now I'm kind of like,
you're suspicious.
Is she leaving next week?
Is there like a little clue in the patterns?
Is she leaving next week?
Well, because we got a lot of Teresa in the first episode, right, and then she went in the second.
So it's like, that's suspicious.
Pick up on some clues here.
So yeah, I guess we'll have to assess for next week.
Again, this show is for neurotypicals, and the neurodivergents are picking up on the patterns.
There's patterns. Always a signal.
Well, if you're looking for more content from us, good news. There's a lot going on right now.
A lot's happening, Foxy.
We're also recapping season 20 of Sister Wives here on this channel. So I hope that you guys know that season 20 of Sister Wives has premiered and you're a few episodes behind.
It's happening. Yeah. We're in it to win it.
Also, on our other podcast, Surviving Reality, we are talking about Seeking Sister Wife. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I don't know why, because it is full of humor.
If you found it entertaining to have Nick freaking out at the top of the ladder and having a little meltdown there, I think you would also enjoy seeing Nick Davis get scooped up by his girlfriend and twirled around. Like, I think that
on a
would
city
be
sidewalk,
just as part of a date night. Like, there's something magical in that, and I really enjoy it.
I'm liking it, and the recaps are more fun when we're having more fun.
Yeah, definitely. This is good.
We're also having live watch parties. Watch parties, after parties?
After parties, yes.
We have a lot of watch parties also going on the Discord, but we have a live after party every Tuesday night at 9:30 Eastern time after Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has aired, where we are recapping the episodes and chatting live with you guys.
We do have our Special Forces watch parties that we're doing, and PSA, I guess, at some point, based on region, Fox is going to shove football in your face instead of this show. So just a heads up on that.
Yeah,
some
that
people
happened
experienced
this week.
An interruption.
So you got to be prepared to switch to some other venue to watch this in. We're not going to say where we're suggesting. We do have a place for you to go.
We have recommendations in the Discord when the time comes,
yes,
if you do face that challenge. So just let us know.
I think that's it.
That's pretty much everything.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.